ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
Hello, and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leam, the show where I take a panel of comedians and subject them to an hour's worth of awkward and stupid questions. And a special hello to you if you've joined us straight off of the back of Lark Lord. Frankly, I was robbed. So not all of the questions tonight come straight from me. Some of them will be coming from you as well. We are back live. So this is 8:30. In fact, 32 minutes past 8. Bugger off, Siri. I'm trying to show the time. There we go. Yeah, 8:32. Sunday night. We are live. Pop your questions for the panel in the comments bit, please. More cringe, the better. And answer along with us. Give us a share, retweet, or subscribe on YouTube. The addresses are my Facebook page at Alex Leam Stand Up. Follow me on Twitter at Alex Leam and search Alex Leam on YouTube. New thing alert. Awkward Question Time now has its own dedicated Facebook like page. Yeah. So go give that a like at Awkward Question Time as well. If you're not watching us live and you're watching the replay, let us know where and what time you're watching in the comments. But do join us live Sunday nights at 8:30. And if you are watching us on a proper TV, then take a picture and DM it to me one way or another, if you do know me, because I do like the sight of this show on a proper TV being DM'd. So in case you are, I'll put on this crown that I wasted a lot of printer ink on for Lark Lord, but came to nothing. So there we go. So now's your chance. Get your camera ready. 3, 2, 1. Nice. We'll go with that. I'm going to burn this tomorrow, so make the most of it. Cool. And if you are enjoying the show and you want to support it, why not? Of course you would. Donate via paypal.me/Alex Leam and kofi.com/Alex Leam as well. And if you want to send a text, you can to the Awkward Question Time hotline, my Nokia 3310. There's the number 07508 796619. That number again. 07508 796619. So let's bring on tonight's panel. So you please welcome Ben Turner, Kitty Messalina back once again, Greg Phillips, Dan Lythe, and Susie Frost. Hello to you all. Hey. Excellent. Well, I've got a full show tonight, and welcome back to Pierre the Penis. Hello, Pierre. There he is. If you go and rewatch the last show that Susie was on for context. This is commitment to one hell of a callback.
This is much better.
Yeah, it is true. Although the last time Kitty, Greg, and Susie were all on the same show, we pranked Greg and it kind of backfired on us. So I'm sure for the benefit of Ben and Dan and anyone watching, we'd like to witness that again, wouldn't we?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, of course we will. Okay. So all you've got to do, Greg, is answer this question turning completely the other way from the camera. And your question is, how has the pandemic affected you?
I mean, what it's really done is just give me a completely different outlook on life, because I've never seen this corner of my living room before. So it's made me turn around, literally, and see my door over there. I've never paid attention to that side of my living room before. I'm going to wander over there now and pay attention to it. But no, I haven't really changed that much because I've had to work through the entire thing. But turning round, I'm seeing my living room and my dining room in a completely different light. Literally. Which has actually been quite nice. That was shit. I do apologise.
Where's he gone now?
This has backfired slightly.
Fucked off! I can't see on my phone.
What I liked about the replay of that, you couldn't see it, but Greg was doing this. He was going, oh.
The reason he didn't notice is because he's used to a silent audience.
Ooh, it's a deep burn.
Knew I had that jingle commissioned for a reason.
Specifically for me.
Yeah. Greg, as I said to Greg before we came on tonight, you won't be pranked by me again tonight, Greg, because I ran out of time. That is literally the only reason. In fact, I will share screen to show you. Entire screen. Allow. There we go. Right. So this is my screen. Bit of inception going on now. This is Photoshop, where I took a screenshot of all of you, and I was going to, if you can see the edit bit here, I was going to then erase Greg, and then use it as an overlay to then trick Greg into thinking that we'd all frozen and he was the only one still moving. But thankfully, I only had 30 seconds of time left before we came on, so I ran out. So that's the only reason. So, Greg, it's a prank-free zone tonight. It's a prank-free zone.
Excellent.
So,
well, I don't move that much anyway. I probably wouldn't have noticed, to be fair.
Because when you were last on in January, you did freeze and spent 90% of the show looking like this. As the album artwork changed behind you, because that was Gary Newman, wasn't it? I think that's Fleetwood Mac you've got now.
I'm sat at the other end of my sofa so that my laptop's plugged in, and yes, that is Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
There you go.
Fair enough. I've got some viewer comments and questions coming in already. George Coppin is watching. Hello, George.
Hey,
George.
Jordan Stokes. Hello, Jordan.
Hello.
Nice. Miss Imp has actually said that was a glorious crown. Thanks, Miss Imp. Thank you. It's too little, too late. Dan, love the. Is that Charmander?
It is Charmander, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excellent. Could you find a Sharpie and draw a French moustache on him, to match Pierre the penis?
Not if I want my stepson to keep loving me.
Not your own mascot.
Not my own mascot. It just lives in this. I'm in my stepson's room. He's got a better setup than I have. This is his shit.
Well, this was actually going to bring me on to this question that I wrote, which is for everyone, which is how tidy is Dan's bookcase?
It's quite impressive, actually.
Oh yeah.
Move aside so we can see that bookcase.
That's
That's color coded.
That's organised. That's in sets.
That's manga, and I don't read. End of
So
sentence.
that's graphic novels and two Easter eggs already.
Yeah, it's violent cartoons for adults. That's what he's into. Like I say,
Is that mini eggs and cream eggs? So the most Easter eggy Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I have both of those Easter eggs already this Easter.
Does he know you're using his room tonight, by the way?
Yes, he's
not gonna come back.
on nights. He's on nights, and I've moved him out his bed, and he's in my bed asleep. So
I was about to say, on nights. I thought, how old's your stepson? I just got a vision of him as like a night security guard somewhere.
No, he's 23.
Okay, fair enough. That brings more awkward questions, which we'll come on to later.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's only 12 years younger than me. So
he's younger than you. That's like where the minimum is meant to be anyway. It's when you've got someone who is older than you that it becomes awkward. And then when their friends collectively refer to the offspring and somehow include you with, we'll leave the kids here.
Yeah. It's weird when he calls me dad in public, and they go, "You've got that the wrong way around." Because he's like 6'1". He's 6'1", and I'm like 5'2".
Yeah.
So if he went out and he put reins on you, you wouldn't love it.
Yes. I'm the one that gets asked for ID, and he's the one that buys me beer. So I send him to the bar for that reason.
Fantastic. What's great is you're telling us all this with great confidence, so we're not going to second guess a thing that you're saying or take the mic.
I'm a really good actor.
In terms of taking the mic, though, George Coppin, Susie taking the piss out of Greg for an hour. Brilliant. I'll get the pop.
Cheers, George.
We're barely 10 minutes in. Hey, lovely folks. Hello, John. John Morris, hello. Simone Watson, hello.
Hello, Simone.
Miss you at the Neppy, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello, Alison. Neppy is the Neptune Beer Emporium. It's a pub that I used to frequent.
I love that pub. I love the Neppy. The Neppy is ace.
Fair enough.
It's nice to have dragged an audience along, it seems.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
Excellent. Genuine people watching is always
You
good.
used to wait outside, didn't you? And your stepson would go in and get you the beer.
Yeah.
Panda pots.
Panda pots for Dan.
Yeah, all the way. Right, first question then for everybody. We tend to start off a little tamer. First question is: did you all have pancakes this week? And if so, what did you put on them? So Susie's just covered her mouth and has gone a shade of crimson. So I think we're going to go to Susie first on this one. Susie, what happened?
I have a bit of a controversial take on pancakes, but trust me, it's really fucking nice. So I make amazing Scotch pancakes, which are like the fluffy ones, like American breakfast pancakes. And when I first frying them, I'll chop up some jalapenos, put them in, and some like smoked German sausage, and chop that in on top as well. Then flip them, and then I put maple syrup on them when they're on the plate, and it's fucking incredible.
I've not pulled that trick. We've all just generally frozen at that point.
That sounded nice up until the maple syrup.
It's the perfect mix of sweet, salty, and spicy. Like, I sold my boyfriend on it. He was on board.
Well,
and then I had a Nutella one for afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
Fair enough. Ben, what about you?
Well, I thought I was going to be controversial and say I had savoury pancakes, but after the last obscene suggestion, I feel pretty safe ground here. But I just had ham and a little bit of onion and pepper, and a little bit of pepper and seasoning pepper as well, and it was fantastic. And then smothered myself in Nutella.
Nice,
lovely. It's a bit to lick off, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
last week.
Yes, as we discussed in the Valentine's episode last week, Kitty, who is back with us this week because your awkward question time self-made merchandise has arrived, which on the back has a picture of Greg Phillips wearing his awkward question time T-shirt. People, have a look at that. Hang on.
Did you manage
got
to
to full
catch it?
screen you. You've got to do that again. We've got to full screen you. So let's have a proper look. Let's have a proper look. Yeah, lovely. Greg's face. Right? Yeah, we can see him.
Beautiful.
I'm not. I think it might be your influence, Kitty, but he's smiling more on that picture. Yeah.
It's going to start a trend, and there are going to be like every panelist in Awkward Question Time t-shirts.
Oh, well, I'm going to get a t-shirt of you wearing that t-shirt off Greg.
I'll take a photo of the back of it. I'll post a photo.
Tells me I've got to start a proper merch store. I'm missing out. I'm really, really missing out. Pancakes, though, Kitty, this week. Did you indulge?
So yes. So on actual Shrove Tuesday, I had some lemon and sugar and some maple syrup. Then on separate pancakes, lemon and sugar pancakes and maple syrup pancakes. And then I decided to be kind of like irreverent and subversive and possibly somewhat satanic, having more pancakes on Ash Wednesday and on Thursday, and just trying to be like, fuck you, Lent. I was raised in the church. I have a lot of like church-based trauma. So I kind of figure in a lockdown, I'm not denying myself anything. And then I had more pancakes and I put maple syrup, and then I did put bacon and scrambled eggs on, but that was like as a side dish. It was like the pancakes and maple syrup, and then there's also bacon and eggs. So it was nice.
I'm on board.
This is good. This is good.
I will add that I had a message from a partner of mine who just kind of went, "Oh, what pancakes have you had?" And I said maple syrup, to which he said that he has yogurt and fruit. To which I kind of replied, "You're dead to me. I can't believe you've been inside of me. We had a good run." Yogurt and fruit. Doesn't it curdle or some shit? If he's not watching, I'm going to send him this and be like, I've called you out on the internet. Fucking yogurt on pancakes. It's not okay.
Wow. Wow.
Outrageous.
Was he crap in bed?
Oh, he's very good in bed.
Crap. Oh.
I missed the correct bit. I thought it was just a general, why have you put up with this moron? The answer being, yes, he's very good in bed.
Well, the pancake combos so far have spawned a lot of comment, as you can imagine. My favourite being from Lindsay Owen saying, Daniel Live, your stepson is watching and heard all of that. So there we go. Jordan Stokes saying, that sounds awful. But George Coppin saying, Susie, do you deliver?
For a fee.
For a fee. Okay. And Callum Ellis Jarvis Jones, who was on the show last week, commenting on Kitty's T-shirt, calling it Gregception.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. And also, someone saying to me, Paula Sim, Alex, are you only 35? I wish. Think of how many vitamins he gave you, Kitty.
Oh.
I mean, I've not had any of his yogurt, and I refuse to elaborate on that.
John,
I don't think you need to.
I mean, we must listen to John because he is a man of learning, and I think we've all just learned you can get vitamins through jizz. So,
do you know what you can get? You can get Brazil nut sexually transmitted. So if you have a Brazil nut allergy, and then you have unprotected sex with someone who's eaten Brazil nuts, then you can have an allergic reaction from them coming in you. That is science, and that was on QI, so that is not just my generic filth.
That has got
if you eat Brazil nuts, if you eat Brazil nuts, you can give someone else a reaction if they have an allergy. They don't have to eat it. So, you know.
That Agatha Christie missed out not writing about that.
Be careful of the nuts you put in your mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Is that why you call it nutting when you come?
Sexually transmitted nut.
You're not.
Although Brazil nuts are also not nuts. It's a whole thing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Awkward Learning Time.
Yeah.
Welcome to Awkward. Quite interesting.
This does feel like a crossover, and suddenly I feel like Sandy Toksvig. This is brilliant. That's the first time I've ever said that as well.
I saw her live in Nottingham. She's lovely.
She is lovely. She is lovely. I didn't have any pancakes this week because I ate an entire cake. It was to do with the Larklord task, which I thought I'll bugger making a cake. I'll buy one. Madeira cake serves 16, and I ate the lot. So in fact, I have the discarded cake board in the bin behind me. See those crumbs right there, crumbs. And got on the scales this morning, £5 on. So that's my week.
Worth it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't worth it. I came joint last, so not really all that.
There's a lockdown. Eat what you like. Deal with it when the plague's gone.
Yeah, that's true. Alex, all you needed to do was put the cake in a saucepan, and you'd have had a pancake. True. Jordan Stokes, that's nuts. Oh, Jordan.
Rim shot. Denied.
Not happening. Not happening. Let's go to the viewer comments. I think there's a couple of questions coming in already. Erica Leah. Always good to have Erica watching. If the panel had to set up Alex on a blind date, who would they set him up with?
Sandy Toksvig.
Okay, straight out the traps.
I don't think he's her type.
Yeah.
What a way to find out Sandy Toksvig. There's a nut allergy as well.
Erica Leah.
We ask Alan if I'll be on your allowed list.
My nomination is I'd set him up with Erica Leah.
Okay. Greg.
Matt Hancock. Matt Hancock, because it'd just be this weird. It'd just be. It'd be like you'd be sat in front of a mirror just looking at yourself. So Matt Hancock.
What happens when he gets told to fuck himself?
Are you saying I'd be the bottom in this?
I mean, you volunteered that information, Alex. So
fair enough. I'm not. I've got nothing in common with Matt Hancock. I've never broken the law. Dan, what about you?
I can't say Greg because you've already seen him. So
harsh.
I don't know. I think it'd be nice. Just someone else called Alex. So you could scream your own name.
Then you could call him Alex Squared.
Yeah.
Ah,
That.
Okay.
that's clever and cute.
So if it gets anywhere and you can have sex with that person, you can scream your own name and pretend that you're screaming theirs.
It's also really easy to not forget their name.
That's a point.
Like, what's your name again? Oh, it's my name. Like, that's easy.
My poor memory and narcissism would be filled
Yes.
by this relationship that'll be going on. Ben?
Probably Rod, Jane, and Freddie, because they'd probably be grateful for the attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'd be a bit of. They could all do different things. That's what they work together as a team.
I don't know why, but that's just giving me a flashback to not to Rod, Jane, and Freddie. No, right. Edinburgh Fringe 2015. And now, bearing in mind, I was 6 stone heavier at this point, and a woman I got talking to at a bar just came up to me and went, "I like having sex with fat men." I went, "Really? Why is that?" She just went, "They're more grateful." To which my response was, "I'd be happy with a burger, to be honest." It'd be a lot less effort on both our parts. So yeah, and that was as much action as I got that year. Jordan Stokes, he's seconded going for Greg for a blind date. Alan Lear has said fine, so he's cleared it. Erica's husband has cleared it.
According to Erica.
Yeah.
Erica says Alan says it's fine.
Apparently, breaking news. Apparently, I got Larklord a copyright strike. Question for Alex: how does he feel that using the Magnum PI theme tune got us booted off Facebook? Okay.
What happened to the finale stream?
Okay.
Awkward.
Sorry, John. Sorry, all of Miss Imp. I did attempt a cake with your logo on it, though, so just bear that in mind. That's me. Never doing that show again. Right, okay. Okay, is it me who's gone slightly warm in here? So, moving on to our next question. Has everyone answered that one, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Traditionally, at this point in the show, I lose track of who said what. So, next question for everybody. What's keeping Prince Philip alive? Any thoughts?
Illuminati.
Illuminati and spite. both very, very valid. So what did the Illuminati gain to keeping him alive?
Wow. Well, that's the secret, isn't it? So
Yes, it's a secret.
nobody knows.
Not a high enough level to let you know about that.
I think someone told him a little while ago and said, if you get better, you can drive yourself home.
Linking into his levels of spite, that would make him pull through. Greg?
I think it's the collective will of everybody wanting him to die is keeping him alive.
And he's doing that to spite.
Yeah, it all boils down to spite.
Excellent.
I do have a couple of other theories.
Go for it.
He might have been dead for the last decade, and they're just kind of propping him up and wheeling him about, pretending, being like, "Oh yeah, he's like 100 or whatever."
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
I think they kind of did that with the Queen Mum for a bit. You know, this kind of the royals live really long. Or it could be that the royal family exists and has a whole bunch of money, which can afford the best care and the highest level of treatment. And when there are people in this country who are dying, they have the highest level of treatment. Vive la Revolution.
Just what he's saying about he died a while ago and they're just sort of perpetuating the myth that he's alive. They used to do that on EastEnders. I don't know if you noticed when say like an actor left, but they wanted to string out a storyline, that they'd make out that they were in prison for a year and just film like 2 or 3 inserts, like they did when Dirty Den left. And then they got like a year's worth of filming in when he'd left, like the year beforehand, and make out he was like still in it.
They only found out they were doing that when Wellard's vet said, Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, that's how they kept Wellard in it for an extra year. Susie, any theories?
I think he's absorbing the life force of the corgis. I never see the same corgi twice in one photo.
That's a good point. That is very dark. You've probably made Kitty cry, but still.
I was going to say Princess Diana, but I thought I was a bit far.
It's been like 23 years or something. I'm sure we can cope.
I'm sure that's fine. It's
the
not.
reaction of Alex just then. Fuck.
It's not too soon. That was oh good. Finally, somebody went there. Good. So
The Crown. He's staying alive for more seasons of The Crown. He wants to know what happens next because he can't remember.
Wait for it to catch up.
That would be handy.
He wants to play himself in the end.
If you couldn't remember bits of the 80s, just flick Netflix on.
We'll know he's dead. We'll know he's dead because it'll come up with limited series.
I don't know. I've not looked this up. My friend might have been absolutely taking the piss out of me and I might have just believed everything he said. But I was talking to my friend about Frankie Muniz, and can someone chime in and say if this is true? That apparently he had some kind of horrible motorbike or car accident, had a brain injury, and does not remember his entire acting career and does not remember Malcolm in the Middle, other than he's got the evidence, but has no memory of it.
Heard that.
Well,
Yeah? I've heard that before.
That's the
but
thing.
I think that
before. I don't know how true it
Yeah.
is.
I have
think
no
that- I think
sources other than my mate told me. But
I think that
John,
that fell
I am
under-
so sorry. I really did not mean for that to happen.
this is like a divorce in public.
It's nearly as good as my first divorce. Well,
John
yeah,
lost a quarter of his viewers. You've lost the kids and the house.
didn't get us kicked off YouTube. Don't worry, people migrated. Okay, fine.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So yes, further to the theories of Prince Philip. Where were we?
I've got another theory, which is that he's waiting for a new skin from his alien lizard overlords.
That's true. That's true.
Wait for the queen to shed.
Yeah, so it's because have you seen him?
Yeah.
It's falling off. So
It is,
maybe
isn't it?
he's not. Maybe he's not dying, but rather he's slowly mummifying himself.
I just thought the next theory was gonna regenerate soon.
Ah, is he the next Doctor?
You'll just see this big orange
Is he
flash out of his
replacing Jodie?
window.
he
Yeah.
needs a doctor.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he just needs the hospital badge for the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and then he.
That
Very
award that he started.
Very nice. Time to check in with the text messages because there's 5 of them waiting,
bloody
people.
hell, right.
Doesn't that just take you back? Let's have a look. George Coppin, and I know that it is you because I've now got your number saved. I figured out. He's just put giggity. Thanks, George. Let's see what else. Okay. What is the panel's favourite flavour of condom? Now, I've never tasted a condom flavour. Call me old fashioned, but
No.
we found out last week that
I've never-
whiskey flavour exists.
Yeah, they
Yes.
were Muck condoms, which was such a cool idea.
I found when I went to Edinburgh, not to do something as cool as perform at the Fringe, but more a weekend drinking in Edinburgh.
Propositioned by
I've-
somebody that likes fat men.
I found in one of the toilets. I found a whiskey flavored condom vending machine, and I was nearly tempted, but I didn't have any pound coins left, so I left it.
Or anyone can
But
tag you.
Okay. So this I think I've just found out. Erica put Alan has texted in Erica's husband. And I think I found the text in relation to me going on a date with Erica. It's just put, "It's fine, mate. Saves me a job." I'm guessing that one is from Alan. Thanks. Anyone else on the favourite flavour of condom?
I'd probably just go safe and go for chicken and mushroom like I do with pot noodles. never wavered. Just go for it.
I found something horrifying out about my favorite like flavor of anything. So I really like cherry flavored stuff, and apparently they get it from a beaver anus.
Okay, that's vanilla scented candles. It's a common myth that people put it out there that it's for food flavorings, but it's vanilla scented candles.
Oh, it's cherry.
I'm never wearing one of them in bed again.
Well, right. Many things I'm taking from all of this. One, I love the amount of QI that Kitty's clearly watched.
That's not QI, but I'm trying to remember. It's not even necessarily a beaver.
Is it?
Oh, brilliant.
Also,
mongoose. I want to say mongoose.
Pot noodle condoms, they're missing a trick not having a Bombay bad boy.
Oh. What if you stick them in your ass? That's proper ring sting.
I'd just like to... I'd just like to give a public health notice of the flavoured ones are just meant to go in your mouth, and if you are going to use it downstairs, then they are likely flavoured with things that might give you a yeast infection, and to please just use a regular one downstairs and don't switch it about. Public health, sex education.
Your
vagina's not meant to get strawberry flavour up in it. No, actually, I'm not. I'm just frustrated that a lot of people aren't actually fully educated on these things. And you're like, oh, get a mint tingle, and then everyone will yell at you and say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, why?
Don't listen to them. Stick it to the man, metaphorically.
No, stick it in your mouth. Your mouth is where that belongs. That's fine.
Fair enough. I've got a text from Prince Philip who said, "This is Prince Philip. Please stop spreading shit about me." Thanks for that. And this just in: imagine popping candy flavored condoms.
Ooh.
Rather not. Thanks. Rather not.
Pop on the tongue.
What's behind the panelists' cameras? We covered this once upon a time on an earlier episode when I had a chance to clean my desk, so we're not covering it tonight. So don't worry, I'm not going to make everyone flip their cameras around. So keep your text coming. Mini eggs, excellent.
It's the big pack that has lots of little packs inside.
We must point out this is not endorsed by Mini Eggs because it's behind Dan as well. So back to the comments for what's keeping Prince Philip alive: mashed potatoes and boobs. Thanks for that. Jordan Stokes, hot orgies. Possibly not. Racism, says Paul.
That's that win.
Well, it's
Rhino horn.
He has a hobby, at least. Stuart Dunlop theory: Prince Philip will live for centuries, conquer the galaxy, and eventually turn into Emperor Palpatine.
I mean, he's already off.
Pretty good.
A long time ago.
If he in a galaxy far, far away. If he is a corpse, that would explain the car crash. True. Cherry Beaver Anus, great name for a band.
Or a drag queen.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Let's have a look. Back to Callum Ellis Jarvis Jones just said you ate a whole cake. State of it. Thanks for that, Callum. Which QI regular would you most like to bonk? Says John Morris.
Oh gosh, I have the answer, but I can't. Oh, I've already. Okay, fine. I hope
that one over.
No. Phil Jupitus, but I know his daughter, so that's awkward.
Okay.
I hope she never sees this. She's lovely, and she's one of the QI elves, and she's a LARPer, and she's a really nice person. But he's hilarious, and I like dads and daddies.
Where do you stand on fat men?
On the neck.
Belly. On the belly.
Okay. Ben, who on QI would you most like to knock boots with?
Anyone who haven't got a nut allergy, to be honest. It's really got to me, that. I can't think about anything else.
Specifically Brazil nuts, which aren't nuts.
Do you know, 25 weeks in, this show still surprises. That's what I like.
Could you not make a Brazil nut flavoured condom and cut out the middleman for that murder that you're planning?
We've gone from Agatha Christie down to Columbo. We've gone down a notch.
Yeah, any of them haven't got a nut allergy and a partial to a bit of chicken and mushroom.
Okay, back to the chicken and mushrooms. So that would be Sandy Toksvig.
Shroom on your dick. Oh, why do you want to shroom me dick?
Oh.
Could be chicken as well. Susie.
I don't know who's a regular. Does Sue Perkins count as a regular? Because she's lush.
She's been on. She's been on before. Yeah.
Oh, being on is not regular. Like Holly Walsh, absolutely. But I'm like, is she regular enough? She came to mind, and then I wasn't sure who's regular.
I'm just trying to think of the female comedians that have been on there enough times.
Caroline Quentin's been on a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably go for her in all seriousness if she'd have me. Yeah.
Nice.
If you're watching, Caroline.
Oh,
Right.
Victoria Coren Mitchell. Hold on, Victoria Coren Mitchell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I would love to be in a Mitchell sandwich, but like Victoria Coren Mitchell, she's just won it. Sorry, how did I forget?
Yeah, Victoria. I'm going to move on to mine in a second, but Victoria Coren Mitchell, yeah, she's like hot, but she would tell you if you were doing a shit job. She's quite stern. I think she'd.
I feel like she would give
if you weren't doing it
effective
right.
communication and instruction, and I'm down with that.
But I think for obvious reasons, I mean, I've dedicated myself to this show entirely, as has Alan Davies to QI. So I think that's my obvious choice. I'd go for Alan.
So you're Alan to my Sandy.
You're welcome.
Thanks. That's, again, many things I didn't think I would be saying tonight. Another text message just in. This is Prince Philip. Don't drive through any tunnels anytime soon. Thanks for that.
Jesus, dark.
We went there. Dan.
I'm gonna go with Bill Bailey because he reminds me of my dad.
He also looks a bit like you as well.
Let's unpack that.
Horrifying.
You want to bang someone that looks like your dad?
It didn't look like him. It just reminds me. He's got
No, you can't backpedal now. No, it's out there. It's out there.
No, I just think we get on. You know,
You could make.
I do like. He's my favorite comedian. He is ace.
Awesome.
I like his musical stuff. So he could serenade me. Play me a song.
I'd also just like to say, John, I appreciate the use of the word bonk.
And then we can bang.
That's what went out of favour about 1992. So it's great that it's due a comeback, bonking. Well, in all sorts of ways. Yeah.
The old horizontal shoe shuffle. Bit of old jiggery pokery. Frickety frackety.
That'll be the next question. How many slang terms does Kitty know? Let's all sit here while she runs through them.
That would be the rest of the show. Shall we move it on?
All right, okay, hang on. If I set a timer, all right, stop me watch here. So 60 seconds.
Do you
60
want it all
seconds.
old-timey?
As many as you can fit in 60 seconds. New or old. Are you ready? Go.
Fucking, shagging, doing the sex, slamming it, doing her. What am I on?
You like. Watch us wreck the mic.
Jiggery pokery. What have I said? Hide the pickle. Throw the sausage in. I'm trying to think. What's a
40
weird
seconds.
euphemism? Rutting.
You do.
Okay. I don't know. Like, we were sleeping together. We made love. We we fucked. We shagged. We had the sex. I don't know what you want.
20
Sex
seconds.
words. I've got more time. I'll message you loads afterwards when I think of them. I'm on the spot.
10, 9, 8.
I'm out.
3, 2, 1. Okay, is that slang term as well? Are you finishing? Oh, enough now. Okay. Slang inception. We've got there. Stuart Dunlop. Horizontal tango is my favourite.
Horizontal.
Yes, very nice. How well do you get on with your dad? Asks Paula.
He's one of my best friends.
Oh.
Well, the best relationships start with friendship. Of course, Victoria Coren Mitchell. Yum, 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 says Alan. Yeah, I get the feeling that
That's slightly creepy.
Yeah, I get the feeling with Victoria Coren Mitchell, if you came too quickly, she'd finish herself off with your hand.
Your severed hand.
Somebody has, yes, yeah, probably. Somebody has replied with they want to do Stephen Fry, and then they put in brackets QI. So thanks for that. Yeah, we got the gist. We got the gist, and they text that twice. That's how much they want to do Stephen Fry.
Well, Stephen.
Will the real Prince Philip please reveal himself?
No, thank you. No, what's that?
Which sort of
Any
leads us
Gerontopiles on?
Yeah, which sort of leads us on to the follow-up question from the one of what's keeping him alive. What do you think the press mean when they keep saying Prince Philip remains in good spirits?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. I think that just basically means he's got wandering hands with the night nurse.
No. He's having full-blown chats with Derek Akora.
Pickled in gin.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's got himself a job as his spirit guide.
I like to think that Derek Akora is in heaven, telling everybody in heaven, going, I can talk to them. Talk to them like you did on Earth.
What's great is that your Wi-Fi was starting to kick out and you couldn't communicate with us. When you were doing an impression of Derek Akora
on the
trying to come through.
It
Yeah.
was like, I can communicate with them.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's do that again, but this time we'll full screen you. Right. So once more, Greg. Once more.
I was just saying it'd be nice if Derek Akora is up in heaven, looking down on all of us and telling everybody else in heaven that he can communicate with us.
There we go. Don't worry, we haven't left you. We're still here. We haven't gone. Oh, looking at from
I get nervous.
Indeed. I can't think why. By the time the end of this season happens, you'll have a permanent twitch, thanks to me. Next question. Sort of relates. It's a no. Well, we'll go for this one actually because it was suggested by Mr. Daniel Lyth 2 weeks ago, but it never made it into the show. Then last week was a Valentine's special, so it didn't really fit. So it's going to fit in well this week. Can you do any regional accents?
Do them well.
Let's say do them. Greg's really nailed Sheffield. We know that.
I'm great at a Sheffield accent.
That's great. I mean, can you do any in any sort of level? Doesn't matter. They have to be good. Can you have a go at them?
How about suggest one to me and I'll have a crack at it. That might be my best.
Okay.
Geordie.
Yeah, Geordie. Go for Geordie. It helps if you read something. If you've got something on hand you can read.
I haven't. Are you surprised?
Quickly, Dan, go to the bookcase.
Hey, tonight I'm going to be on Awkward Question Team. That's shit, but it's Geordie.
I got the Ant and Deck vibes there. That was legit.
That was nice. That was nice. Katie, what about you?
I can do a very bad Scouse accent sometimes.
All right, go for it.
It comes from doing GCSE drama and Willie Russell and like brothers and that. And you just say fuck this and fuck that, and then you're into the flow of it. You just be dead high and phlegmy and say stuff like that, and just get stuck there, you know. And it's like it gets really annoying, but it's a bit sing-song. You just carry on like that, and you get stuck in it. And the thing is, I'm not actually any good at it, but like I can just get stuck in the same bad accent forever. And like it's just how annoying it is. And I'll just do like Awkward Question Time with Alex Leam, and it'll be just stuck up there.
Very nice. Very nice. Fair to say we're all captivated.
It's not good, but it's consistent-ish.
The rolling of the R's was especially impressive. I'll give you that.
What sort of a person hasn't always got a book to hand? What do you do when Alex is talking? Thanks, Alan.
Nice.
I recommend at the very least an informative pamphlet on hand when I start talking. That would be great. Right, Ben, accents, can you do any?
Well, I lived in Wales for 10 years, so I'll give that a stab in a minute. But the problem I've got is I've got 2 kids, and they both love Peppa Pig. So the only accent I tend to do is just tend to walk around and just going up to people and going, hello, Peppa. That's Danny Pig. It's like a disease. I can't stop it. And I'm worried I'm going to go to a funeral or something and go and start doing the narrator's voice and say, like, everybody loves funerals. you know, it gets in your head, honestly. As a parent. So that's probably the accent that always.
Well, they're very popular right now.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure the Peppa Pig thing would be, but
just funerals. I was just being.
Oh yeah.
Because COVID is killing everyone. Never mind.
Thanks to Jordan Stokes going on from Alan Lear's comments saying, to be fair, when he started talking, I went over to Twitter. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks very much. In fact, you've made all of us sad now. Right, who's next? A volunteer, or shall I pick on someone?
Go on then.
Go on, Dan. What can you do?
I did submit this question to humiliate, 5 other people, so I wasn't expecting. So I've been working on it all week. So it's Australian, so it's good day, mate. On Bonza Den, welcome to another adventure on my new series, Lockdown Safari. There you go.
Nice. Very nice.
Between Kiwi and South African mostly, but it has got the right kind of region.
I was getting South African vibes there.
The trick, I used to have a routine about this. The trick to do an Australian accent is you just basically, Aussies are just cockneys that squint. That's all it is. Right? Because if you start by doing a really gruff sort of cockney accent, like that's proper Ray Winston sort of thing, then you go to squint, because when you do, it then lifts your top lip up, and then you start to sound Australian. That is the theory behind the origin of the Aussie accent, is because it was a prison island for Cockney thieves, and they weren't used to the sun. So they said,
I've got a similar thing about the Republic of Irish accent. If you do a Scouse accent and bring the pitch down. So if you start up there and you're like, hi, my craft news really like up there. I'm not really good at either of the accents, but the moment you bring the pitch down, I'm not quite there yet. But you bring it a little bit lower and you start to sound a little bit more. We still got the lilt in it and it's not quite there. But you bring it a bit lower. And then, I've lost it. Oh, never mind. I've completely fucked it up. It's not quite in the right place, but it's the moment you're still kind of doing the same sort of lilting sing-song sort of thing. It's much more Northern Irish right now, which I've never really done before. I don't really know what that's happened. This is entirely new. This is not how it usually comes out. It usually comes out with a normal kind of Dublinish sounding thing, but I can't actually do it if I start like that and just bring it down. And you bring it down and bring it a bit lower, and it's a little bit. It's just gets a little bit of it. It gives a little bit of the lilt to it, is all. It's just the way you have the affectation of the words, and it's just I don't really know what to say.
This must be how it feels like being on that Mersey to Northern Ireland ferry.
That's a good Northern Irish before. That was new. It normally goes kind of Dublin-y. I was a bit more Belfast-y, and that's new.
Stuart Dunlop, Kitty says, Kitty, I'm from Merseyside and your accent is still closer to Scouse than mine, which is quite true because Stuart is quite RP, if you've ever heard him speak. Susie.
It's very posh.
Susie, accents.
I'm absolutely fucking wank at accents, apart from
Go on.
Brilliant. Do some. Nice.
But have you ever seen the Scottish Patter Twitter?
No, go for it.
Yes. They basically spell the words like they would say them.
Yes.
Scott's
so someone said, left my brother to puppy sit. Aye, cheers, Paul. Very helpful. And Paul has replied, just cutting about, being a dog.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Still game.
Alan Lear, Liverpool is full of Irish immigrants. So that's Alan Lear of the Wirral talking.
I thought with Irish, all you really have to do is replace all the I's with O's. So instead of I'm Irish, it's I'm Irish.
I'm Irish.
I love the fact that Jordan has tried to do an accent in text. Just look at the comment there. I can do a pirate accent. That's just putting the letter R several times.
You could just be growling.
As I found out when I was on, actually linking back to Stuart, saying one day I'll admit I'm posh, but not tonight. I was on issue on Friday, and found out that if you do any Elton John lyric in a Northern Irish accent, it sounds like the 2-minute phone call you get from the IRA. I'm still standing, better than I ever did. Goodbye, yellow brick road.
Well, hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
That's quite frightening, actually.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
That's right. Name some other accents. See if I can do some of them.
I found something. I found something out that Barney Rubble and Ernie, as in Ernie from Sesame Street, have the same voice.
The same actor that does them all.
This I don't know, but they sound the same. It's like Ernie will go, "Hey Bert,
down there.
Hey Bert, hey Bert," and he goes, "Hey Fred." So I think they sound the same. I think it's the same person, but I'd have to Google it, and I couldn't be bothered.
That's a great
Do
story.
your best Matt Hancock impression.
Alex, can you do a West Country accent?
All right, we're West Country accent. It's quite easy, isn't it? Or is that Cornish? I don't know. No, it's sounding more like that time that Tom Baker was in Blackadder 2. You have a woman's hand, my lord.
There's a very good comedian called Kevin Caswell Jones who does a joke about his wife being Cornish. He says it's all right until they get into the bedroom. He goes, because it doesn't matter how sexy anyone is, no one wants to hear, "Ooh, I'm right wet."
Alex is choking on his drink.
I'm here to fill in for a few moments, as Alex needs to regroup. He was totally not prepared for what just happened.
Well, that's. I'll stop drinking just forever. So, on to our next question. We've got time for a couple more before we finish. Celebrity TV show maker. So, by playing this, you've got to name an activity that you are most looking forward to doing post-lockdown, and then name a celebrity you last encountered in real life. And then that is the name of your celebrity TV show that will be getting commissioned. So, for example, mine would be putting the table number that you sat at in Wetherspoons on Facebook with Tony Slattery. So bear that in mind. What would your celebrity TV show be? So, Dan, we'll come to you first.
Well, this is difficult because I've lived such a sheltered life. I've never met anyone famous ever.
An encounter, even if it's an encounter.
Okay. Well, I remember when Rylan came to Chesterfield, so it would be getting pissed with Rylan. That's
now. Who would watch that
in a pub? Getting pissed in a pub with Rylan.
I'd be all over that. Ben.
I'm most looking forward to going. I meet up 2 or 3 times a year with some group of lads, good mates. Get the train to Chester, get on it from 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then that's it. You know, just simple but effective day session. So it'd be an afternoon sesh. And one of the celebs I met, one of the greatest moments of my life was Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
The Fonz.
Yeah, and I actually dressed as the Fonz. I dressed as the Fonz to meet him, and he loved it. Thank God, because he could have backfired. But it's on YouTube, actually. But so it would be, what was that? Sesh Winkler.
Oh, beautiful! That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that is very nice. I just think, wouldn't it be great if you dressed up as the Fonz to meet him, and that's when he lost his cool? Just go, "Oh mate, what the fuck have you done? Seriously?" All right.
Unhappy days.
Alan, very nice, very nice, very nice. Alan and Erica were with me when the last time that we saw Tony Slattery, so their answers are pretty similar. Erica going to the gym with Tony Slattery, and Alan Lear spending far too long in a bookshop with Tony Slattery. All of these sound plausible, apart from the gym. George Coppin drinking with Dick and Dom.
That is superb. Yeah.
Can you imagine the game of bogeys you could have after a few shots? That would be brilliant. Susie, what about you?
Mine's a bit awkward because the last celebrity I saw alive just died.
Okay, well, you know, this things could be done with CGI. If you've seen Rogue One, bring it back.
Wasn't the Duke of Edinburgh, was it?
So mine's definitely going to be bottomless brunch because I miss bottomless brunch with my girls. So bottomless brunch with Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that would have been on Channel 5 really late on in his career. just a bit of extra money between acting jobs. You know what I mean?
Dine hard.
Ben, you're on fire tonight, sir. Dine
night.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Ben, it's all over, everybody. Ben has won the internet. Sorry. Yeah. So who's not gone? Who's not done that? It's Kitty. We'll do yours.
I've got fucking with Phil Wang.
This has gone a lot better than expected. This shit writes itself. Greg,
Mine's going to sound really shit now. I really miss going to music gigs. One artist in particular I love is Frank Turner, and the last celebrity I had an encounter with was Jarvis Cocker. I literally walked into him at Why Not Festival in 2014. That was the last celebrity I've encountered. So that'd be it. Seeing Frank Turner live with Jarvis Cocker.
I'm thinking like late nights, BBC 4. Yeah, that would work.
Can I change my answer?
Yes, go for it.
Right, okay. Because I've never met a famous person. The weird thing is, when I was growing up as a kid, I stopped having the dreams. But I used to have dreams where Patrick Stewart was just my uncle. Like he'd be there, and I watched a lot of Star Trek.
Okay.
And it was just my uncle. Like my friends would come around and go, "Oh my God, it's Patrick Stewart." It's just Uncle Patrick. So it'd be getting John Luke pickled.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, I like that.
With his consent, obviously.
For about 4 or 5 years, I did have a recurring dream that I was having an affair with Daniela Nardini, who was in This Life.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. It's just those of us that are around the 40 mark know that one. So
if you count a Zoom gig, if you count a Zoom audience, then I can update it to fucking with Kerry Pritchard McLean and Katim Key. I can update it to have multiple celebs that I can.
Who wants
now
to say
you're
that?
name dropping.
I mean, I was a mic off and camera off audience, but I did get like comment replies coming in, and I'm like, actual people are replying to our comments. What?
Lovely. Peter J. Lythe, is he a relation?
He's my dad.
Is he?
Oh,
right. Peter.
Hello.
Peter.
The man, the legend.
Funny feeling you've not seen all the show, Peter.
Rewind.
I'm not a fancy detective, but I have a feeling this is where you just come in. Peter, if you could change your
Bailey?
Yeah. And can you change your profile picture so we can see what you really look like and then comment again, please?
I've got a photo at hand if you wish.
Yeah.
Does he
Just the
look like
phrasing.
Bailey, though?
Just the phrasing on that was...
Considering the previous reply.
Yeah. John Morris, his celebrity TV show would be Wagamamas with Ainsley Harriott.
Oh.
You can get that on Deliveroo. Come on.
With Ainsley Harriott.
That's your dad.
That's the thing I missed the most.
Hang on. Hold the phone.
Hello.
Literally.
All right,
Your dad is Father Christmas.
Yes. He gets offered gigs in malls, but he can't because he wouldn't pass the CRB check. So
I would also like to do his dad.
What did he? How did he fail the CRB?
He has a criminal history. When I was young, not that he's ever done anything like grand
Broadcasts on YouTube.
When I was very young, he said, "Here, come and look at this," and then he rolled out a safe cracking kit, and I thought, "Oh,
Awkward."
Oh man.
So I don't know if he got.
Mm.
He's the nicest man who's been to jail. So
Okay. Hopefully, when I played in the awkward sound effect, that meant some of the more incriminating stuff was redacted from the rest of this episode. We'll just have a look, see how things are going on the comments. Is that
So
not
he's a naughty
Udra
Santa,
stressed
though?
up? Oh, he's a bad Santa.
He's a naughty Santa. You're really selling this like your dad thing. Like
well, Yes, he's a naughty Santa.
Yeah.
Just stop talking, Dan. Just stop talking.
It's February, but I'm still
Stop
into
talking.
Dude.
Enough now. Enough. That's fine. Great hat, but enough. Before we wrap up, back on the text messages. Thanks to whoever has just sent. Hello, Alex. I want to play a game.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah. Will the real Prince Philip reveal himself? No, about that one. Yeah. Sorry, Greg.
I was just going to say that's not me, by the way. The play a game one. I haven't texted your 3310.
Fair enough.
I promise that's not me.
There probably will be some more messages coming after we've gone off air because we've reached that time-old thing of where I've got to delete some because my inbox is full. You see, just at the top there. So if you have text and it's not come through yet, apologies. I can't delete messages and also concentrate on the show at the same time. Your dad's been back on. He owns a lot of hats and he's changed his profile picture as well as I asked him.
That's a very attractive. Very attractive profile picture.
To a picture of the pair of you together. That's well, Pete. Thanks for. I'm amazed because normally things I say have so little influence. So thank you.
A friend of mine has just sent me a picture of her cat watching the show.
Hang on. And we just full stream, full solo layout.
His name is Lenny, and he's beautiful.
It looks like he's asleep, so that's not very good.
But look, though, so cute.
Alex's voice sent him to sleep, apparently.
Well, no, he's just squinting to do an Australian accent.
A quick skip through the comments before we wrap things up as well. John Arnold, there's a place on the road between Ashbourne and Leek called Lower Lady Meadows, so our code for sex in our household is a visit there.
We go down Lower Lady Meadows. Don't know what that accent was. I don't know. Let's not repeat that.
John, I'm looking at you in a whole new light now. And I'm making a note of that for when you're on the show in a couple of weeks. Thanks very much. Actually, by the looks of things, your dad was watching from earlier on because I've just noticed he had a suggestion for a condom flavour. If they did peanut flavour and you were allergic, the subsequent swelling might be an advantage.
Yeah.
Advantageous. Yeah.
And that's how you were conceived, my friend.
What? And on that bombshell, I think it's time to wrap up. Apart from Jordan Stokes saying, please get Laura Mumma, Frizz Fizzle and Mark Grimshaw on the show. What's wrong with these people, Jordan? What's wrong with all that we've had here? We've had Frizz on. Shows what you know. Yeah. Right then. So before we go, we're just going to go around everyone to see if you've got anything to plug, even if it is just your socials. So we'll start with you, Ben, and then we'll go around.
Just generally, if you want to follow me on Ben Turner Comedy on TikTok and Twitter and Ben Turner Comedian on Facebook, I appreciate the company.
Excellent. Kitty.
So I am now starting to host with John Morris, who was in the comments before and was running Lock Club before this. We are running a late stage comedy, which is an open mic new material night on the 1st, 3rd, and if there's a 5th Tuesday of every month. And our first ever night is the 2nd of March with Mr. Alex Leam headlining.
Yay!
And me.
And Greg, she was coming to you.
On the first night? Yes.
Yeah.
I am on the first night.
I know. I've got spreadsheets of lineups. I know you're on early. You're on the first night as well. Excellent.
Nice. Greg.
I've done quite a lot. I've been quite busy actually recently. I've got quite a lot coming up. So you're better off just following me on Facebook at Greg Phillips Comedy. All my stuff's on there. But yeah, Kitty's night. Kitty and John's night sounds fantastic. 2nd of March, that's going to be good. Tomorrow, Global Comedy Hour. If you give them a search, I'm doing a set for them tomorrow night as well.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
It did go far too quick, George. I was enjoying that immensely. An hour had just zipped past our ears. You gave Alex one of the StreamYard poster and forgot to use on my own show. That's the point. John put the poster for this show up on his own show, but not the poster for his forthcoming show on his show. My influence my influence all round has just basically knackered your show up, John, tonight. It's a good show. Hope you don't get booted off Facebook. That sounds like a threat. I think we should leave John alone now.
Dan. You can find me on Facebook at Dan Life Comedian. You can find me on Instagram at English Enigma, all one word. And then there's a show called the 27-Minute Comedy Hour that a friend of mine, Simon Hall, he runs that, and I did the music for that, so my name's in the credits. I'd like that to be a little bit successful, so catch me there.
Excellent. And Susie?
I am on George's show next week. Not Awkward Question Time, that's the one I'm on now. Fun Night. That's next Saturday on the 27th. Then I'm on Blue Suede Shoes in March, and if you want to, I'm occasionally funny. Huh?
Blue Suede News.
Isn't that what I said? I've had a cider.
Shoes. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You'll need one if you're doing that show.
I'm occasionally funny on Instagram and Twitter at Mad Teapot Lady. I can't fucking speak today.
That was good cider.
It was good cider.
That's not very the stream out screen, is it? That's the poster for our gig, which was I had hoped to be displayed differently, but that also works.
There we go. That photo was taken before I could afford colour skin. So right, I think that's everything. And everybody, all good for the comments. I'm feeling quite confused now, but thank you all. Most of you do, Paula, at this stage. So it's fine. So thanks to everyone for watching, and to all of our panelists. Greg's gotten off quite light tonight, considering this is his first time since January.
He is on my top.
That's true. That is true. Note to everyone else. I will be launching the official merch range soon, so you don't need to have to print your own T-shirts. But we'll be back next Sunday at 8:30. Until then, stay awkward. Goodbye. Start that again, because for some reason the fucking credits started halfway through. So we'll say, stay awkward. Goodbye. Done it again. I think it's just against me tonight. So we're just going to say, even though it's halfway through, this is well worth all the time I spent fucking editing it. Right, you know everyone's names. Just imagine that it started from the top, all right? Stay awkward. Goodbye.